King Charles III's decision over Frogmore Cottage could help him gain the sympathy of the public, an expert has said. His Majesty's decision to take away Frogmore Cottage from Meghan Markle and Prince Harry will see the British public become more enamored of him, an expert believes. While King Charles is showing through a number of his decisions, he is tuned in with the difficult time being experienced by many across the country. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have recently appeared disconnected from the hardship in which many Britons are finding themselves right now, the expert claimed, referring to the pair's recent biographical docu-series and memoir. Commenting on the news, Buckingham Palace told Harry and Meghan to vacate their home in Windsor. Paul Mackenzie-Cummins, managing director at PR and reputation management firm Clearly, told Express.co.uk, "This is a strong and sound move by the King, and one that will enamor him to the British public." Harry and Meghan's continued courting of the media in a bid to both boost their wealth and garner public sympathy has backfired in spectacular fashion. While the commentator claimed Harry and Meghan appear entirely disconnected from the world of struggle that many people in this country find themselves right now, the King is an altogether different proposition, Mr. Mackenzie-Cummins added, from advocating a low-key coronation ceremony to looking at maximizing the use of the royal family's portfolio of properties. The King is showing himself to be the complete antithesis to his youngest son. He is acting with a sensitivity to the public, and whatever support the Sussexes once had will swing decisively and irreversibly in favor of the King, whose reputation would seem to be growing from strength to strength. News: the Duke and Duchess of Sussex were to lose their home in Windsor emerged at the end of February. King Charles had ordered his second son and daughter-in-law to vacate the residence just hours. As the first report emerged, it was claimed the keys of Frogmore Cottage had been offered to Prince Andrew, but he was resisting the idea of downsizing and move out of the Royal Lodge, also in Windsor. It was later claimed Princess Eugenie, who is expecting her second child, and her husband Jack Brooksbank had already entered Frogmore Cottage and packed some of the Sussexes' remaining belongings. Meghan and Harry only confirmed the request to vacate had been made by the palace and did not publicly share any thoughts they may harbor about this move. Omid Scobie, who co-penned the flattering but unofficial biography of the pair Finding Freedom, reported on Yahoo News sources saying the Duke and Duchess were left stunned by the King's request. The insiders also told him at least 2 members of the royal family were appalled by the notice. Frogmore Cottage became the home of Meghan and Harry in early 2019, ahead of the birth of Prince Archie Harrison. The Sussexes lived there until November 2019, when they flew to Canada for an announced 6-week break, between January 2020, when they announced their decision to step back as full-time working royals, and mid-March that year, Meghan and Harry were mainly based in Canada. They then flew across the U.S. border and made California their new home. Nevertheless, they retained Frogmore Cottage as their official residence in the UK, and in September 2020 they paid back the £2.4 million spent through the sovereign grant to renovate the cottage in late 2018.